This is coming from Into Beats 106.5 FM. Hello, this is Amy Botez here from PEPPED Productions. How's it all going? Okay, so a little bit more about me, just in case you missed my last series on performing your way to success. I'm a professional RADA-trained actress and communication coach, and I offer training and coaching to business professionals in everything from presentation skills to personal impact in meetings, to confidence building, to team building. Anything to do with communication and making the most of who you are, we can help you with. And we use physical, vocal, and mental exercises to literally take a person from Clark Kent and make him into Superman. Now, if you wondered how the average person can use acting techniques to become the best possible version of themselves, you're in luck, because during this series, I'll be sharing my top tips on how to take centre stage. Because after all, I believe that life is one long improvisation. And to nick a phrase from Shakespeare, all the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. As some of you know, I'm a budding screenwriter and I've been working on a script for about a year now, and it got to the point where I wanted as many people to read it and comment on it as possible. And so I sent it off to a few friends, some of whom are writers and actors, and others who have absolutely no link to the entertainment industry at all. And I got some great feedback and some really helpful pointers. But what I was really surprised about was how many people wanted to help me go further, i.e. they wanted to see it get made or help me in any way they could. And a great friend of mine knows a really famous producer. And he's retired now, but his credits have been numerous and he's worked on some of the most incredible projects over his career. And one of his first jobs as a 20-something-year-old was as an editor for Orson Welles. How incredible is that? Anyway, my friend happened to invite me to dinner and I got chatting with this lovely, unassuming man. And through my curiosity, I found out about his career. And I couldn't help it. I just had to be curious. I kept firing questions at him. So, how did you get your first job? How did you start? And then what happened? And then would you have done it any differently? Or what have been your biggest obstacles? Or what advice would you give your younger self, etc., etc.? And the poor man looked a little frazzled by the end, but in some ways, he was a little curious himself about who I was, because I was so interested in him. After all, when someone is showing interest in you, it naturally ignites a curiosity about who they are too. And I was delighted that at the end of the evening, him and his wife handed me their card and said they'd like to read my script. Now, this is something that would not have happened if I hadn't have been curious about him. He wanted to reciprocate. And so now, I've sent my script to a top producer who is, I grant you, retired, but who could give me such a lot of insight into what I'm doing, whether it be right or wrong, how I could improve, how I could perhaps sell some of my writing. It started a conversation and we've ignited a friendship, and I have 100 more questions I want to ask him. So really what I'm trying to say is this: how can you be curious today? What really floats your boat? What gets you passionate? What do you want to find out about? What will help you on your journey to centre stage? Work it out and then follow your curiosity. Start with watching some YouTube videos. Send an email or two. Whatever it is, take action and be curious. You can listen back to this segment on my website, which is www.peppedproductions.co.uk. And if you have any comments or you want to share something, please don't hesitate to follow me on Twitter at WeArePepped. And you can use the hashtag WeArePepped, that's PEPPED, or check us out on Facebook where we're listed as PEPPED Productions. This is coming from Into Beats 106.5 FM.